There is one universal language that everyone speaks but few truly understand: body language. It shapes every interaction, dictates power dynamics, and, when used right, gives you an unfair advantage. Most people miss the subtle signals that reveal what someone is really thinking. But here's the truth. Body language is a weapon, and if you know how to wield it, you can subtly influence and control any situation. Sounds wild, right? It gets crazier. A slight change in how you stand, how long you pause, or how you tilt your head can make people respect, trust, or even fear you. Let me show you how. Number 1. The power stance, silent dominance. First impressions are formed in seconds. Before you even speak, people decide whether they respect you or not. And guess what? Your posture is making that decision for them. Ever noticed how powerful leaders stand? Feet shoulder-width apart, back straight, chest slightly open. They take up space. This signals confidence and dominance. Here is where it gets sneaky. If you slightly angle your feet towards someone while maintaining strong posture, it subconsciously makes them feel like they should pay attention to you. Research from Harvard backs this up. People who adopt expansive postures experience a 20% increase in testosterone, the hormone linked to dominance, and a 25% decrease in cortisol, the stress hormone. But let me warn you, slouching, crossing your arms, or making yourself small does the opposite. It signals weakness. Do this wrong, and you are instantly forgettable. So ask yourself, do you want to be noticed or ignored? Hack number 2, the pause that makes people listen. Want to know what makes a sentence 10 times more powerful? Silence. Most people rush to fill awkward pauses, but high-status individuals, they are comfortable with them. A well-timed pause forces people to hang on to your words, making you appear more confident and in control. Next time you are in a conversation, try this. Right after making a bold statement, stop. Let the silence linger for 2 seconds. It creates suspense and forces the listener to process your words. The best negotiators and salespeople use this trick all the time. Why? Because when you are not rushing to explain yourself, you communicate power and certainty. The effect? People will start taking your words more seriously. It is simple, it is deadly effective, and it works every time. Hack number 3, the eye contact rule that creates instant respect. Eye contact, too much, and you are intimidating. Too little, and you look weak. So how do you get it right? Here is the golden rule. Hold eye contact for just long enough to make them slightly uncomfortable, then look away confidently. There is psychology behind this. People subconsciously associate steady eye contact with higher status. But here is where it gets powerful. If you break eye contact by looking down, it signals submission. Instead, break it by looking to the side or upwards. This small shift changes the entire dynamic of a conversation. And if you really want to test this, next time you walk past a stranger, make eye contact and do not be the first to look away. See what happens. Spoiler: most people will instantly break eye contact and lower their head. That is your silent proof that you just asserted dominance without saying a word. Hack number 4, mirroring, the secret to instant connection. What if I told you there is a way to make someone feel an instant connection with you, without them even realizing it? It is called mirroring. When two people like each other, they unconsciously copy each other's body language. But here is the trick. You can reverse engineer this process. When talking to someone, subtly mirror their posture, gestures, or even speech patterns. If they lean in, you lean in. If they nod, you nod. Studies show that mirroring increases trust and likability by 40%. This technique is used by top salespeople, therapists, and yes, manipulators. But be careful. If you mirror too obviously, it backfires. Keep it subtle. Done right, the other person will start feeling like you just get them. And once that happens, you have got them hooked. Hack number 5, the power of stillness. Fidgeting, shifting, or over-gesturing makes you look nervous. It is a dead giveaway of anxiety, insecurity, or lack of confidence. Think about the most influential people you have seen: political leaders, CEOs, public speakers. They move with intention. They do not fidget. They do not overreact. Their stillness speaks louder than words. The key to mastering stillness is control. When you keep your body still, people subconsciously see you as more powerful and composed. Try this. Next time you are in a conversation, resist the urge to fidget. Keep your hands relaxed. Make slower movements. You will notice something weird. People start paying more attention to you. They will wait for you to speak. They will hang on to your words. In a study at Princeton, researchers found that stillness in a speaker increased perceptions of confidence and authority. So, remember, if you want to command respect, control your movements. Less is more. Hack number 6, the subtle touch, influence without words. Touch is one of the most powerful, yet underutilized tools in social influence. It is a primal form of communication that can instantly create trust, reinforce authority, or even subtly manipulate perception. The trick is knowing when and how to use it. A light touch on the arm, back, or shoulder, when done appropriately, creates a sense of warmth and connection. Research shows that waiters who lightly touch customers on the arm tend to receive 20% higher tips. In negotiations, a subtle touch on the back can foster a sense of camaraderie and subtly steer interactions in your favor. Even brief casual contact can significantly boost the likelihood of compliance with a request. But here is the catch. Timing and placement matter. Use it too soon, and it feels intrusive. Use it naturally, and it strengthens relationships. Try this out in your next conversation and watch how the energy shifts. Hack number 7, the strategic head nod, getting people to agree with you. Want to make people subconsciously agree with you? Use the strategic head nod. When you nod while speaking, it subtly encourages the other person to nod as well. And psychologically, nodding is linked to agreement. This technique is widely used in negotiations, sales, and even political debates to create an illusion of consensus. A study from Columbia University found that people who were exposed to constant nodding were 30% more likely to agree with a statement, even if they had initial doubts. Why? Because nodding is deeply ingrained in human psychology. It signals approval, understanding, and agreement. Try this. Next time you make a persuasive point, slowly nod as you speak. Keep your expression neutral yet engaged. You will notice something fascinating. Most people will start nodding along without realizing it. It is like planting agreement into their subconscious. Use it wisely, and you will become far more influential in conversations. Now you have got the hacks. But here is where it gets real. Knowing these tricks is useless unless you actually apply them. So here is what I want you to do. Pick just one of these hacks and test it out today. See how people react. See what changes. And here is a challenge. In the comments, tell me which hack you think is the most powerful and why. I want to hear your stories. Did someone treat you differently? Did a conversation go exactly how you wanted? Drop your experiences below. If you found these hacks useful and want to master more psychological techniques, hit that subscribe button. Do not just watch, take action. Every new video will give you another powerful edge. And that is when the real fun begins.